Welcome everyone to HueFin News. Today is May 19, 2019, your source of news before any trade decision. We're going to talk about Tesla today and this article that we ran across yesterday afternoon. We want to look at the price chart to see if this article is actually pinpointing what is going on this price chart. Now, if you guys saw our video last time on May 13, 2019, we have been expecting Tesla to continue to move to the downside, and that is exactly how that stock has been trading. Now, looking at this article from yesterday, it's insinuating that lower prices are still predicted to come. So now, before I get started, I always want to remind you to go ahead and check out our website, HueFinancial.com. We're the only organization that is giving you all the news pertaining to the price chart and nothing else. We always try to make sure that the articles that we come across, that the individuals that we listen to, that the television shows that we watch, that they're actually correlating and giving us the correct information by the price chart. If you haven't realized, the price chart is the truth. The price chart tells you exactly what the market is anticipated to do before it actually does it. And if you're able to interpret precisely the price bars and the volume alone, then you too can be profitable in your trading. So now, was an article right here written by Bradley Brownell talking about Elon Musk says Tesla needs financial micromanagement or it will go broke. Now, naturally, that title tells you that it's very negative. It's not good to see those type of titles coming out in the market for any company, along with Tesla as well. Now, Tesla is trying to find ways to decrease its operating costs. And over the last couple of months, maybe even a year or so, they have been trying by closing down dealerships, by Elon Musk publicly dismissing LiDAR, which means light direction and ranging, because it's too expensive, allegedly attempting to block workers' compensation cases, and laying off 9% of its workforce last June, and then 7% January 2019. Now, according to Reuters, he told the employees that every single page of any request for money needs to be signed off by either himself or the company's chief financial officer, Zach Kirkhorn, no matter how small. This penny crunch includes parts, salary, travel expenses, rent, and literally every payment that leaves our bank account must be reviewed. When he made another statement to his employees, he stated that if the company Q1 losses of $700 million were to extend throughout 2019, the company will be out of money within 10 months. Despite recently closing a $2.7 billion offering of stock and convertible notes, the company currently only has reserves of $2.2 billion. This is hardcore. This is what Elon Musk is continuing to tell his employees. But it is the only way for Tesla to become financially sustainable and succeed in our goal of helping make the world environmentally sustainable. So right there, it tells you that the company is strapped for cash. It is literally almost on its last leg. It has to become very profitable relatively soon, preferably within the 10 months of what Elon Musk has stated to his employees. Now, this article is definitely spewing out negativity for this stock, for this company. We want to see if it is being seen on a price chart as well. So now, let's go ahead and take a look at the price chart and see if we're getting the same thing in the market for Tesla. Guys can recall our video from the 13th of May. We told you that we were still expecting the market in Tesla to continue to move lower. As you all can tell, it definitely shot well below our predicted price target. So we would have profited 8.88% movement to the downside in this stock, anticipating it to move to the downside ever since the 9th of May. So what we can do, we can go ahead and get rid of that because it was very profitable for us. And we're going to evaluate another prediction of what we expect Tesla to do. Now, one thing you guys can recall, I'm gonna move it to a monthly chart, give us a little better view. You can see that the market in Tesla was following this ascension line to the upside, right? Now, if I go ahead and rearrange this ascension line, you can see right here that the market has came and touched this bottom end 3 times. Started here during the month of February, it came and touched this ascension line, and then now, May 2019, it came and touched the bottom or found support around this ascension line. Now, this is crucial, okay, considering that the market has broken to the downside of our original ascension line. We're going to utilize this going forward as support. Now, granted, the monthly chart right now in Tesla is overly bearish, okay? The market is still gleaming weakness to the downside. Now, it can be $200 for support or even $180, okay? So right now, the market is definitely showing negativity regarding the probability of it moving higher. This last week is still insinuating a lot of weakness. The market may hit 220 upcoming this work week, but this long-term trend of Tesla trading within this trading channel to the downside is still in play, and it's still in effect, and it hasn't changed just yet. Now, we're at a crossroads, so this upcoming week is going to be very crucial for Tesla to find some support at this support line that we got drawn on this chart, okay? Going forward, I'm still seeing some indications of weakness coming to the market in Tesla, maybe at $10 from where we're trading at around $200, ultimately 180, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and create another profit table in the market for Tesla to see precisely where we're expecting it to go. So we're going to put another sell position going on into the market. Started right there, and we said that the market can go up to $210, so we're going to utilize that as the resistance area. And we said that $200, so that's still be about almost 5% profit to the downside once Tesla hits this particular area. The market may actually try to jump up to higher prices just to reclaim some of that weakness that came out last week, but the trend hasn't changed, okay? So we might actually try to do some consolidational trading. The market may actually hit that 220, so I'm gonna leave that there as a resistance area in the market for Tesla. But when you look at it on the monthly time frame as well as weekly time frame, we're not done with some lower prices, especially with that article coming out and Elon Musk trying to micromanage the financial situation of that company. That long-term trend definitely continues to show us that lower prices are still in store. So we're still anticipating Tesla to continue to move to the downside. $200 around there for support. That'd be a profit about 4.5%. Loss of 220. The market can actually try to bounce back up to the upside at 4.5% as well. But we are not seeing any changes just yet in the market for Tesla in the long term. Okay, yes, the near term we can see a pop up to the upside for higher prices, but continuing to look at these long term trends in the market for Tesla can definitely insinuate lower prices to come. And granted, if $200, I'm telling you now, if $200 is not going to be found as support, 180 is going to the next area. Okay, so tell us, Tesla, is it in trouble? Will it be able to escape its monetary situation within the next 10 months, or will it continue? Definitely like to know your thoughts, your comments about this particular company. I always want to make sure that there's a lot of more competition coming out in this EV space as well that will separate the income, the profit that Tesla would have obtained, being that it was the only game in town, Well, now we are increasingly seeing competition coming out with their own EV vehicles, which is going to take naturally some of the profit away from Tesla as well. Do they have enough fortitude, enough stability in their financial situation to go through that as well? That is another question that has to be answered over the next couple of months. We will see according to the price chart, because the market participants are already telling us what they expect to see. That's our thoughts. This is what the price chart is telling us. This is what the article is trying to relate, and they're definitely on point with one another, that Tesla still has some weakness to contend with. It might hold this ascension line though if we get some strength throughout the rest of this month. Make sure y'all maintain profitability, and I will talk to you all later.